There's a popular saying that Rome wasn't built in a day, but the fact is, it was eventually successfully built though, wasn't it? Hi and welcome, it's Bayo here from InstantOfflineGuru.com, where we share tips and strategies for those who want to focus on getting the best clients and best customers to work with within their local community. Now, this is part of the Do Just One Thing Now series, which is all about productivity and results. And in this tutorial module, I'm just going to cover very quickly the power of your ROV. Now, selling to local businesses today is tough, there's no doubt about that. Prospects don't answer phones, calls are routed to voicemail, and it seems like no one ever calls back. When you do manage to set up an appointment, your clients or your customers, depending on your focus, and I do hope that you have a strict focus in terms of your target market, but your clients or your customers want you to get to the point, and they want you to get out. Now that's understandable because these guys are busy, but sometimes they're busy because they're not doing the right things, and that's where you come in. It's hard for you to stand out from the crowd, to differentiate your offline marketing services, or to develop strong relationships if you don't start with clear messaging at the beginning. Now, I'm guilty of this. I have lists upon lists of local business prospects, and we had to take some drastic measures. And that's what the ROV is about, and I'm going to share that with you so that you can look at your business and you can actually take that action now. Not tomorrow, not next week, not next month, but now. Now, if you're like most offline consultants, you're rightfully probably feeling pretty frustrated at the moment, but you don't have a clue of what to do differently. Or if you do have a clue, in fact, many people have many clues about what they should do, but they just don't do those things. We're going to break that mold. We're going to break that cycle of failure. Okay, we're going to do it, and the way I'm going to show you works very, very well, because I've tried it in my other lines of business, my information marketing business. I've taught and coached people the same thing, and they too have got amazing results. It's a bit about doing less in order to get more, but not the way that you think. So here's a practical tip. You need to start to build your own ROV. That's it, build your own ROV. An ROV is a relationship of value. Now, before you dismiss this and think, oh yeah, we know about value building and relationship, but no, are you doing it? I can tell you from personal results and from those that I've worked with in partnership and those again that I've coached and taught, that when you have relationships of value, you can have a handful of local businesses that will bring you more income than if you had tens on your mailing list, or tens that you are sending to, or even hundreds. And I say hundreds because unbelievably there are people who go around looking for scrapers to scrape many yellow page results, or whatever they do. I've seen some of those tools, but I don't use them, I don't support them, and I don't tell anyone to use them. Because when you run a business, if you had a brick and mortar business, you would be treating this differently. And the fact that people take these approaches that border on being either abstract or unethical, where they could have their efforts banned, or their URLs terminated by Google or some other search engine, or they could break a law, all of those things are absolutely useless, and they're a waste of your time. If you had a brick and mortar business, if I said to you, I'm going to pay for you to be located within a very high traffic business area, you wouldn't sit within your office and start scraping sites. You would actually go talk to people. You would interact with people. But so many people believe that offline marketing consulting is basically internet marketing in another form or shape or manner. That's not true, but this isn't the place for us to talk about that. This is focusing on the value of creating relationships of value and how you can do this starting now. So, I've spoken in another tutorial about doing and the value of doing over surfing, reading and listening. Reading is just reading and spending days and days and days lurking in forums, picking up what I call common knowledge solutions. In other words, you're learning from people that at the same time are struggling with their own businesses and that aren't achieving success. And so this is known as common knowledge solutions, or what I call common knowledge marketing. the blind leading the blind. It's not even the one-eyed person leading the blind. It's the blind leading the blind. And if I sound a little bit if you think I sound a little bit harsh on this, I'm just being absolutely blunt, because the results that people get, the results that I've got, let me look inwards, the results that I have got over the years since 2008 that I started in offline marketing consulting, the best results have come when I've taken myself to task, when I've held myself accountable. The people that I've had the opportunity to work with, pretty smart people, but they couldn't focus. They were reading, they were surfing, they were listing the things they wanted to do. And it's through these very frank and honest discussions that their businesses turned around in 90 days. I mean, obviously they start seeing results in 30 days. I've had people that have gotten results of up to in the tune of $20,000, $27,000 from a single client, just based on the first meeting. So these things are possible, but you need to hear this. Now, whether or not, if you're on my list currently, whether or not you choose to stay because you're hearing the truth, or whether you decide to leave, that's entirely a decision you need to make. I want to make sure that with everything that I do in my interactions with you, I separate myself from the hype, from the BS, and from basically the lies that go on in offline marketing consulting. And I hope that you appreciate me for that. So it's about doing, overreading, surfing, and listing. The question normally I get from people is, look, how do I get started? It's all good you saying this. Lots of other people say things, but, well, I'm going to tell you exactly what I did within my business. I'll give you a very quick example, so stick with me here. Okay, we're inside my Aweber. This is my Aweber email marketing service, and I recommend Aweber if you're looking for a solution to use. Now, why am I showing you this? Well, I'm showing you this because I have lists that are dedicated to various target markets and various clients within, or prospects or clients within those target markets. And when I offer different things, I build up lists of people, but these lists contain many of the same people. And from surveys, which is something you should be doing, and from feedback, some people say, well, I'm getting so many things from you, and it's confusing. To be honest, some people unsubscribe. Local businesses have unsubscribed. And these are the ones that are savvy, that actually read their emails on a regular basis. Those that don't, I mean, this is the reality here. There'll be lots of people who don't unsubscribe because they don't even read their emails on a regular basis. But those that do get back and that I survey, they say that they get more than one email, and I explain that, look, it's because you're on more than one list. So what I ended up doing for my service-based business list, these are people that are on my list. Excuse me. These are people that are on my list because they want to learn how to grow their service business. They are focused on offering services as consultants or as coaches or as entrepreneurs or speakers or businesses. Now, when I send to one list, I also send to the other, and what I had to do to respect people's time, or to let them know that I respect their time, is keep on apologizing that you may receive more than one email because you're on more than one of my private subscriber lists, and I just got fed up of it. So I looked at the feedback from the surveys. I looked at the energy we had to keep on putting into making that excuse, and I thought, look, why don't I do what I've done in other lines of business that I have, like my information marketing business, my internet marketing business, my business coaching, and so on, which is basically prune the lists so that the people on the list that exists are people who are highly motivated and know that I respect them and respect their time. And that's what I did with this particular list here. And the results have been great. We've had people that have joined my main list. We've had people that have written to me to say, oh, that's really, really good. I appreciate that. There aren't many people who would do that, and I understand, because we all say that the money is in the list. Well, to a point, the money is really in the relationship that you have with your list, and what you need to be aiming for is having a relationship of value with your list. So this is just the email here, and I explained why I was doing this to people, and you might have indeed been one of the people that received this email. But I've deleted those lists. Yeah, a name on your email list is about $1. I must have, I think, in the current lists that we've pruned and that we've deleted, that's over about 400 and I think 13 people. But it doesn't matter. Some of the people are on other lists, like I said already. So you've got to look at the figures and the metrics from a more realistic viewpoint. You're not losing 413 people. You're gaining the respect of a larger number, and those that really were not doing anything, they're not buying from you, they're not responsive, all they do is look for freebie stuff, because there are local businesses that do that. You don't want them anyway. So that's just what I did, and I thought I should just highlight this to you because it is living exactly what I'm saying, taking one action to make sure that you become more productive and you have the most responsive clients or customers that you're in contact with over time. This is again part of why recently we got from one client we managed to make $40,000, but that again I'll explain in a different tutorial. So that's about how to get started. You can do the same thing with your lists, and if you don't have a list right now, you've been involved in offline marketing for more than 3 months, I'll be asking the question, why? How do you do it? Just do it. If you need to prune your email list, that's it. If you need to talk to someone, pick up the phone. If you need to set up a meeting, just do it. It's that simple, but you must take action. So the question is, what can you do? Identify at least one relationship of value across different areas of your business that you can take right now that will lead to increased, higher quality relationships. And I guarantee you that the results you get, the number of sales that you make, the number of leads that you get, the number of highly pre-qualified leads that come into contact with you will be much, much higher. So even though Rome wasn't built in a day, it was eventually successfully built. This is Bio here from InstantOfflineGuru.com signing out.